1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Now this finger picking pattern that I want to show you today, I'm not sure where I picked it up from, if you'll pardon the pun, but it's something I've been using for a long time. And it's one that I use when I'm playing slow songs, you know, kind of love songs and stuff like that. And I think the great thing about it is this hand always does the same thing, especially the first three fingers, your first, second and third finger. Your chords will just be chords. But what you do need to watch out for is the thumb, because the thumb will be picking different strings depending on the chord. So if we focus on the G major chord, right, and this is the G major chord, the pattern sounds like this. So what you hear is my thumb is playing this low note here. This is the root note of the chord. This is a G, it's a G note. And it plays that. And then I pick, with my first finger, the third string. Right, the G string. This is also a G string actually. So we're going one and, one and, one and, two and. So one and then on the second beat, two fingers now, your second finger and your third finger are going to pick at the same time the B string and the high E string. So together, second string, the B string with your second finger, and the first string, the high E string with your third finger. And that's on the second beat, because this is played over one bar. And what we now have is one and two and. So on the and, you're playing the G string with your first finger again. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and. Now, as I said, these fingers will do exactly the same thing. This will change. So if we were playing a C major chord, like this here, the root note, the bass note, which is what your thumb has to pick, is this string here. It's the fifth string. As you can see, that's where your third finger is on the C major chord. And so we do exactly the same. So what are we doing? So one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and. And so if we put those two chords together, we'll play 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, and just go round it for a few moments, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's a nice little pattern, that, and speeding it up a little bit gives you, I think, gives you more of the feel for it as well. I think it does sound a little better when it's played a little bit faster, not at breakneck speed or anything silly like that. So looking at D major, now the bass note for this, the root note, is the open string, the open fourth string, because that is a D chord, a D note, sorry. And as I said, the pattern is exactly the same. The thumb has changed because you're now picking that fourth string like that, aren't you? But the rest of it is the same. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for those three chords, G, C and D, your thumb is playing the 6th string for the G, the 5th string for the C, and the open 4th string for the D, because those are the root notes, the bass notes. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd finger are doing exactly the same. All right, picking the G string, and then 2 fingers, your 2nd and 3rd fingers picking together the high E and B strings. So one little bit of practice that you can do, one way to get these fingers working is just to do it by itself. So you can just quite simply go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're just practicing these two or these 3 strings without a chord, because sometimes practicing without using a chord can be pretty helpful, because you don't want to be worrying about your fretting hand, because sometimes thinking about changing chords can cause a whole load of problems. So just by practicing the whole thing without the chord, we can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the great thing about practicing it just like that is that you are now playing the E minor chord. Because if you put the E minor chord on, all right, you've got your 2 fingers here on the 5th and 4th strings at the 2nd fret, all right, and then you're playing the low E string, because the low E string is an E note, and that's your root note, and you're playing, what did I say, 1st string, 2nd, it's not the 1st, 3rd string, and the 2nd and 3rd, and that's all open. See, look, no hands. So let's try it with a simple chord progression. We're going to play G minor for 2 bars, E minor for 2 bars, C minor, forget C minor, C major for 2 bars, and then D major for 2 bars, all right? And keeping it nice, keep it slow, try and focus on getting these fingers doing the pattern. If you're messing up with the chords, don't worry, just try and follow me and keep this hand going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and again. That's a gorgeous piece of finger picking, if I say so myself. So we can do this with all of your major chords, all of your minor chords, and I'm focusing on only the open major chords and minor chords. So we've done G, we've done C, we've done D, we've done E minor, and if we look at A minor, Now A minor, the root note is the open A string, the 5th string here. So all the same with the 1st and 2nd fingers and 3rd finger, and the thumb on the 5th string. So we can change from the A minor to the C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and C. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 A minor. C. A minor, and as you see, right, the right hand is doing exactly the same. The chords are changing. We're going to look at F, everybody's favourite chord, right? And it's the same thing, right? Because here, this 3rd finger is playing the root note. This 3rd finger is F. So that's the 4th string. And so this will be the same. And so you get something like this. Now we can change back to C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's change back to F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember, don't be scared of this F chord. If it's difficult right now, if you keep at it, it'll get better. Back to C. Oops. Now let's try a G. And a D. And finishing on a G chord. If you're getting value out of this, why not click that like and subscribe button? Thanks. And one other open minor chord is D minor, all right? So you've gone from D, D minor, and D minor, we're gonna play the 4th string, the open string, because that is a D note and that's the root note, right? The bass note. So we've got D minor, now let's change to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor again, back to F. So with these two chords, your thumb is playing the same string, the 4th string. So certain chords will always use certain strings for the thumb. So G and E minor use a 6th string, because these are 6-string chords, because in general you just play the whole chord. C and A minor are 5-string chords, because you play those top 5 strings. D, D minor and F, these are 4-string chords, so your thumb picks the open D string or just the D string. So if you're playing an F chord, you're picking the D, but your finger is there on the 3rd fret, but it's still the D string. So, quick question for you. What about the E chord, the E major chord, and the A major chord? What we're going to play for that? So here's your A major. So this is a 5-string chord. So we are going to be picking that open A string, and the rest is the same. A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so what about the E major chord? So if this is E major and you're playing all 6 strings, then yep, you guessed it, it must be the open E string, this low one, because it's basically the same as the E minor, right? E major, E minor. So you can put all of these chords into groups. 6-string chords, which are G, E minor and E major. 5-string chords, which are A minor and C, and 4-string chords, D, D minor and F. So when you group them together, that way you know what your thumb should be playing. So let's finish off with another chord progression. And we're going to use G, E minor, A minor and D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and as I said earlier, this is a pattern I use with kind of slower songs, maybe mid-tempo songs. And I'm going to use the Beatles as my example because I love the Beatles. And Let It Be is one of them. And so look, for example, like this. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking in words of wisdom, let it be. Or even Hey Jude. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember. So that as well. Here, there and everywhere. Here, making each day of the year, changing my life with a wave of a hand. So just a few songs there, Hey Jude, on the record, John is playing rhythm. I think George was kicked off from that song because he wanted to do loads of flashy little lead licks. Let It Be is Paul at the piano. And Here, There and Everywhere, well, again, there is some guitar in there, and if you want to know the style of that guitar playing, then check this video out right here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Happy strumming.